Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dwight here with Retro Crypto. Got an exciting video for you guys today. But before we get started, I want to remind you, I'm just an ordinary guy out there on the internet with a passion for cryptocurrency. It's essential that you do your own research at all times before you make any and every financial decision. Now, with that said, let's take a look at something real quick here. 828 subscribers. Thanks, guys. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, please do. And also make sure you guys hit that like button. It helps out the channel immensely. Now, let's talk about this video today. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff today. So this video is going to be longer than usual, but it's quality. I felt like I was pumping out the same stuff. You know what I mean? This one is going to be much better. I want to talk about what's causing the market to do this pullback, what's in the news that I think is causing the problems. Uh, got Richard Hart back on BitBoy's channel again. Awesome stuff there. Got that in this video. When we talk about some PulseX, want to talk about the JJ Yeley Nascar that's taking place. Actually, I think he might be doing the race. The what do you call it? Let's call it pre-trial. I don't know much about NASCAR, but he's doing the preliminaries to get into the actual main event. And of course, we're definitely doing some technical analysis. But all right, so let's just jump right on into this. First thing I want to talk about here is Nomics. Nomics, this was disappointing, but stuff happens. I have no worries in the long run. Hex pulled back to the ninth position in the Nomics. Nomics was the very first site that I became aware of the fact that Coin Market Cap was not listing the market cap values properly, and this was like 2, maybe 3 years ago. All right, uh, they're still in the top 10, and we know where Hex is headed. No worries there. All right, JJ Yeley. This is JJ Yeley right here, guys. So this is his Twitter channel. There's the HEX Card. I tried to. There was so much information out there, so all you got to do is go to any site, type in on any search engine, type in Daytona 500 JJ Yeley, and it has all the schedules, everything in it. It's pretty exciting stuff. I think it's taking place right now within the next few minutes because it is, by the way, it's February 17th at 7:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good old US of A. But yeah, it's exciting stuff. This actually looks pretty damn sweet, to tell you the truth. I ain't gonna lie. Whoever did the designing, it looks good. But yeah, so that's taking place this weekend. Hopefully he qualifies and he'll be in the main event. And man, I'm going to watch it. I'm not even a real NASCAR fan, but I'm going to grab a beer and watch it. Plain and simple. And I did actually attend a race once. It was a lot of fun in Charlotte, matter of fact. All right, let's do some technical analysis first. I know you guys love the TA. All right, let's take a quick peek at it. Now, this is the overall market. So this encompasses all of the cryptocurrency in the entire market, and you'll see here that it's got a very weak support level here. It's actually dipped it beneath it a little bit. Don't know where that's going to go, but if it slips under that one, it has a very strong one down here at 1.648. But remember, with crypto, it can always go lower, but it can also always go higher. You know what I mean? Now, volume definitely is on the bearish side of things right now, all that red. And according to the fear and greed indicator, we're definitely in the fear side of things. Okay. But as I always say, what was it? Warren Buffett, be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. So, or I think he said the vice versa, but you get the point. All right. All right, let's take a peek here. Bitcoin on the cipher chart is looking horrible. But honestly, guys, the whole market is looking horrible right now. But let's take a peek at it. Because, of course, whatever Bitcoin does is going to affect HEX. And that's just the way it is. It's not completely decoupled yet. Everything's starting to decouple from Bitcoin, but still not perfectly. You got to be patient, though. If you were around a few years ago, oh my gosh. If Bitcoin moved a quarter of a percent, the entire market moved a quarter of a percent. It was so annoying. The ones of you that's been around for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so let's get this baby going right here. Yeah, it's pretty cut and dry. Here's your trend change right there with that reversal, a previous trend, this little triangle right here. I thought it was going to go bullish, but nope. When this reversal, the previous trend came in, we went straight bearish. It's horrible. Look at that. This X is a symbol that for the people who like to short the market. I don't like shorting, but it's there. It's definitely bearish. There's nothing. It's all the way short territory, unfortunately, guys. Right now, according to the cipher chart, it's so cut and dry. I want to break it down, but there's nothing to break down. Wow. And let's take a peek at it in the 2 hour window. Maybe it looks a little bit better in the two. Okay, well, on the 2 hour window, it's looking like it has bottomed out. So this little green dot down here, I'm gonna read exactly what it stands for. That little green dot, local market bottom, strong bottom signal, and uptrends. Cautionary sign for shorters and downtrends. Primary trigger on all time frames. So actually, seeing this little green dot means that it may have bottomed out from this pullback, and it may be about to start heading back upward. Let's pray to God it is. I do see some green popping up over here, so that's a good sign. All right. All right, now we're going to go to more traditional charting here, and we'll look at the moving averages just to see what's up. We're on a 4 hour chart. By the way, there's people asking me why was I using the 2 hour charts. I was just using the 2 hour charts because the market was so volatile. I was trying to make it more interesting, and that's why I'm saying I'm just going to stick with quality charting, guys. Let's see here. Massive dip today, as we can see, of course. Right now is at 40,610. The 20-day moving average has crossed over the 50-day, which is a good thing. And it did that yesterday. That's around 3 o'clock. That's a very good thing. The 100-day and then the 200-day moving average. So to be 100% honest, Bitcoin moving averages aren't horrible. They could be better, but I would not consider it horrible, honestly. I would like to see these separated a little bit more, though. We're definitely, the RSI is definitely on the oversold side of things. And the MACD the MACD chart definitely has it in the bearish trend right now, as you can see where it crossed over from the green. Remember that these are both, this one more so than the other likes to market. So, but it gives you overall trend of what's going on in the market, but it doesn't predict it. All right, I drew this the other day, just start tracking it, and as you can see, we're this trend right here, and did we break it? And we're still in it. Okay, so I drew it to see if we will break it on this downtrend the other day, and we're in that white line, but we still haven't broken it. So we're just stuck in this trend, just bouncing back and forth, back and forth. I thought we were going to break it today, but I think HEX might hold right where it's at, which we all want it to hold. So it's looking like it has a chance, guys. Like it has a good chance of holding right where it's at. And unfortunately, though, if it holds, we're still in the same downward trend, bouncing back and forth. What we want to do is see it break over this trend, and then we'll know that we're moving in the right direction. Unless you're one of those guys that like to short things out there, but that's not me. As you can see, with the overall volume down here, it's a lot of sell pressure, extreme amount of sell pressure going on right here, especially when it dipped down there. According to this here, it definitely has us in a bearish trend right now. The fear and greed, it will definitely fall under fear, extreme fear. We'll hope for the best there, short-term wise. Let's jump over here. All right, guys, I have a bunch of resistance lines I drew out for you just to give you an idea of where things can go. Oof, wow, worse than when I did it earlier. Looked at it earlier. All right, so resistance line that it broke there recently at 19.1939, and then dropped down to this next level of resistance, which is at 1872. And then for a brief period, it dropped down in this range here, but it did not make it to the next resistance level, which is a good thing. It looks like it held out right here. Yes, it held out for now at the 1872, but literally anything can happen. The next level of strong support is around 1689, and I believe the next really strong one's like 15 cents. Hopefully we don't see it. But with that said, what do I see with HEX? I see buying opportunity. Remember that, guys. Always think buy opportunity. Try to think positive. But yeah, this is a pretty upsetting market right now. This is like depressing. And I got taxes to pay. But anyway, let's see here. If you look at the EMA averages, the moving averages, they look horrible. It's just no other way to put it. 20-day is beyond bearish cross now, guys. It's like a devil's cross. The 20-day has dropped beneath to 50, dropped beneath to 200, dropped beneath to 100. It's just horrible. So there's nothing to get excited. But just so you know what I'm talking about, the purple is the 20-day, the green day is the 50, the red is the 200, the orange is the 100-day, and it dropped through all of it. So the moving averages is in horrible territory. But never forget, things like right back here, it could change quickly in a blink of an eye. The moving averages just helps give you an idea of the trend of the market, where things may or may not be going. But trust me, it could change like that. Always remember that. All right, let's jump over. Ooh, did I go over everything there? Yeah, we covered that already. All right, so we'll go over here. Let's look at this cipher chart, my knockoff cipher chart here. As you can see, just like with Bitcoin, massive pullback, trend change, just like Bitcoin. There were some bullish continuations, and then boom, got that bearish signal. We got that short signal, and the market just crashed down, and we're still down. According to this, though, it may drop some more because you did have a green dot here, but then a red popped up. So I don't think it's done dropping. Hopefully it comes up soon, but it may have a little bit more to drop on HEX, guys, unfortunately, according to the cipher chart, unless Bitcoin changes. But right now is I wouldn't be surprised to see it drop beneath 18 cents, to tell you the truth. Honestly, if I was a betting man, I'm expecting to drop down to at least the support level here, which is a very strong support level. All right. And that's at what, 17.95. All right. Yeah. Okay. Go back. There we go. Sorry, guys. Got lost there. All right. Also, if anybody wants to check out this, there's a video I did last week, trading, how to use TradingView and all that good stuff. Check it out. You can see the charts that I use. I have the cipher stuff in there if you want to locate it on TradingView. Anyway, if it's helpful to you. Bollinger Bands. No duh, right? If you guys are too young for no duh, I'm sorry. It's like saying no crap. You can see right here, it is definitely on the bottom side of things. Oversold territory. Look at this volume. That's a hell of a spike right there. All right. And look at that. It blew out of the Bollinger Bands here. All right. All right, now we got this little wedge here that I've been showing you forever, and it's still bouncing around in it. But I was just thinking something earlier that I never thought about. Even though I have this wedge drawn to go back ridiculously far, it doesn't stop the reality that it's got to do something, because it's getting closer and closer to this wedge. So this trend is going to come to a point where it's got to go up or it's going to have to go down. Usually they're not, you don't do it that far out, but it still counts. So I think, but you know what? But if I look at the time frames in here, like this is November to December, January, February, March, April. I bet you Pulse Chain comes out in April. Dumb prediction. I have nothing to base that on other than the most base. This is like 2 + 2. There's nothing here, but that's 2 months from now is still a substantial amount of time. I don't know, guys. That might be something there. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. I can't believe I never thought about that. All right, let's talk about PulseX here. Oh, by the way, guys, on days like today, this is the day where you want to go backwards and look back here and say, what? What was HEX going for then? HEX was going for on February 7th. Well, we gotta get it right. This is gonna be fun. On February 17th, HEX was worth 0.009 cents. Less than a penny, guys. 10% less than a penny. All right? Now it's going for 18 cents. And so it's 18 times. 18x is a hell of a come up. So try to be positive, guys. You got to pull that chart out and look at it. It'll change your perspective. If you happen to buy in at its high point, just don't sell. If you don't lose until you sell. All right, you don't lose money until you sell. All right, guys, here we go. Let's look at Pulse Leads real quick before we go into the news, and then before we go into Richard Hart's segment here that I caught earlier. Let's see. There has been $25,758,642 that's been donated to the, how do you want to word it? Donated to freedom of speech or freedom of movement with the PulseX right now. We jump over here. If you do choose to do it now, which I probably would recommend you to just wait till um, I don't see how it's gonna be in your favor this late into it, but I know some guys think that it's still in your favor. Let's see, it's $7.04, and you'll get 10,000 points. Just to give you an idea of what I'm saying, when I did it back here on January 10th, it was $1 for 10,000 points. So you're paying 7 times that for the same amount of points. I think you're better off gambling, expecting the market to do what it usually does. Things tend to drop when it first comes out and then goes back up. All right. Let's cover the news first before we go to the BitBoy stuff, because I got the whole video, got it recorded nice and clear for you, the portion I want you to see. Now, what do I think is causing the market to act up the way it is? This is the first thing. This is an article I went looking for. Biden claimed that supply chain is to blame for inflation is totally dishonest. Obama era official says. Now, this has nothing to do with Obama, Democrat, Republican, all that. Leave all that out of it. Let's just talk about the facts. President Biden has reportedly blamed tangled supply chains for the surging inflation that has seeped into every part of the U.S. economy, but a former Obama administration official on Thursday dismissed that as a totally dishonest argument. In an op-ed for the New York Times, Stephen Ratner, who served as counselor to the Treasury Secretary under the President Barack Obama, accused Biden of mischaracterizing the once-in-a-generation inflation spurt that Americans are experiencing. Supply issues are by no means the root cause of our inflation. Blaming inflation on supply lines is like complaining about your sweater keeping you too warm after you've added several logs to the fireplace, Ratner wrote. The bulk of our supply problems are the product of overstimulated economy, not the cause of it. Ratner was referring to the comments that Biden made during an interview last week with NBC, Lester Holt, in which the president said pandemic-induced bottlenecks in the global supply chain were the largest drivers of soaring consumer prices. Biden pointed to semiconductor shortages, which have continued to delay car manufacturing and have contributed to a 12.2% annual rise in vehicle costs. The reason for the inflation is supply chains were cut off, meaning that the products, for example, automobiles, the lack of computer chips to be able to build those automobiles so they could function. Blah, blah, blah. All right, long story short with this. Completely disagree with that. I think that the inflation is caused by printing so much money. The more free money, the more people spend, but the way your wages don't go up. Nothing goes up. Everything costs more. But free money, guys. All that money, trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars just printed out. That's what causes the problem. And the government tends to like to think that everybody's an idiot, stupid. And that's part of the reason why I love cryptocurrency. Nobody talks about the way they used to 3 years ago. Cryptocurrency was created to combat fiat currency. So like governments like the U.S. government right now just printing money out like it's nothing. So we don't end up like Venezuela citizens with the Venezuelan, I forgot the name of it. But anyway, we're not going to be like them. We're actually burning our money. Why? Because we're going to have Bitcoin because we're smart enough to look at crypto, and we're going to have HEX. But anyway, so yeah, that's one reason I think that everything's all screwed up right now with this here, because the interest rates have got to get increased. That's it. The interest rates have got to get increased to bring the economy under control. Right now, the inflation's out of control. I feel like they've already lost control, and now they got to make drastic measures to pull it back in line. All right, next reason I think everything's falling apart, the latest on the Ukraine-Russia border crisis, what you need to know. President Biden said he believes an invasion of Ukraine could happen within the next several days, with the U.S. Secretary of State warning that the UN that Russia is planning to manufacture a justification for attack and has not withdrawn its troops despite Moscow claims. Meanwhile, U.S.-Russia diplomatic tensions continue. Russia expelled the second most senior U.S. diplomat in Moscow, a State Department official said, calling it an escalatory move. I will admit, though, they do this sometimes they'll expel. That's normal play, but it's weird how they do it. It's diplomacy. The Kremlin sent a written response to U.S. security proposals and said increasing U.S. and NATO military activity close to their borders is alarming, according to Russia's formal response published by state media. Both Ukrainian armed forces and separatists controlling parts of eastern Ukraine reported renewed shelling in the Donbas region, where video and images confirmed by CNN show that a kindergarten was hit by a shell. So, Next reason, the world doesn't know what's going to happen with Ukraine, and you think Ukraine's not that big of a country? No, it's not. Russia's a hell of a bigger country, and everybody, they're just waiting to see because it's going to affect oil prices. It's going to affect gas, natural resources. It's going to affect a lot, guys. Security, and everybody's just waiting to see what's going to happen there. The next thing that I think is affecting the market in a very bad way, years after. Well, this is the one good thing, guys. This I thought you guys would like this. Years after calling Bitcoin rat poison, Warren Buffett just invested $1 billion in a crypto-friendly bank. I'm gonna make this quick. Specifically, his company Berkshire Hathaway has bought $1 billion worth of stock in a digital bank that focuses on crypto. Berkshire Hathaway made its crypto investment public with a SEC ruling earlier this week. It revealed that Buffett's company had purchased $1 billion in shares of Nubank, a digital bank based in Brazil and the largest of its kind in Latin America. Nubank is so-called neobank, a type of bank that operates outside of the rules of the traditional banking system. The digital bank investment unit, Nullvest, allows users to put money in a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund ETF, tapping financial space. Berkshire leaders have shown little love for Berkshire. Chairman and CEO has not refrained in the past from calling cryptocurrency rat poison an unproductive asset and has no unique value at all. It is so nice to see one of the most far as business goes. Man, Warren Buffett changing his approach says a lot because Warren Buffett refuses to invest in anything that he doesn't vet out thoroughly, and that was what made him so wealthy. So this is good news. This is awesome news, and this is news of what's to come as people change their direction. All right, and the most exciting thing that I saw today, for me personally, was Richard Hart was back on Around the Blockchain on BitBoy's channel, and I figured out how to get it nice and clean portion of it so you can hear it. And this time there was no drama with Aaron. It was very smooth. All right, so here you go.
And there's going to be a lot of stablecoin dropping into a lot of wallets. There's going to be a lot of Pulse Tether, a lot of Pulse USDC. What is your take on what that is going to do to the markets? I think Crypto Face kind of said it best. There's going to be a fight. What do you think is going to happen when the dust clears?
I think these all have admin keys. So Tether can invalidate any coin at will whenever they want. USDC can invalidate any coin at will whenever they want. There's methods that make it more difficult for them to do that. So if you were to participate, say, in a Uniswap liquidity pool, then it's a lot harder for them to do that because they'd have to penalize everyone in the pool at the same time and kind of socialize the loss. So if I were in their position, I wouldn't want my users to stop using me, and I wouldn't want to get sued. And from that perspective, if you use an admin key and steal everyone's money and invalidate their coins, and it has a real world cost to them, they're probably going to class action lawsuit you. But if there's just some token that you don't make redeemable and it has some value, because in crypto, almost everything does. I mean, coins that were made as a joke in an afternoon, Dogecoin, are worth billions. So I think they're going to have a value. I'd be very surprised if it was $1 because they're not redeemable, but I don't think they're going to do zero. So it's unless they use their admin keys. And then I think that would be very risky from them to do that, because now if they even establish that as a precedent that they're going to use their admin keys if there's a fork, what if there's another fork? And then they didn't use their admin keys on that one. And then now are they liable for not doing it? So you got to be careful when you execute your will on things, because then the evil wolves can say, oh, well, why didn't you do it here? Things like that. So yeah, my gut feeling is that they probably wouldn't invalidate everyone's coins.
That is going to be an exciting day, an exciting week, an exciting month for crypto. I know everybody on this panel is probably looking forward to the fireworks that is going to happen when you do, complete that airdrop. So I'm all ears. I'm all eyes. I personally can't wait. But that is all we have time for today. It looks like, I think the animals around his neck served as talismans of power, and he was able to just edge past Ben there at the end. So Richard Hart,
he had a good show. He said a lot of good stuff today. I thought.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I agreed with just about everything everyone said. So
yeah, it was less combative than last time. Definitely less combative. But Richard, you got about 30 seconds. Leave it with some parting thoughts, please.
Sure. Yeah, go to PulseX.com. Raised over $1 billion for freedom of movement. And we got the world's largest airdrop, pulsechain.com. I called the top of the day 10 months ago. Richard Hart went on Twitter for free. And then, I don't know, I bought the world's biggest diamond, but they're dicking me around with payment. So I don't know. We'll see how that works out.
I forgot you did that, actually. Yeah, he has the world's biggest time. Actually does. All right, that is all we got time for today, Biz Squad. Until next time.
All right, guys. So I hope you liked that part of the video there, because pretty exciting stuff just to think about what's going to happen. I'll tell you one thing. It was cool. Richard Hart won that. He won today on Around the Blockchain. I think he won the last one, too. He kind of got screwed out of that. BitBoy Channel definitely are Hexicans, guys. You don't keep putting a guy on your channel like this unless you're not a Hexican, all right? Altcoin Daily, I guess he's been reeled in because you got to swallow your pride sometimes, guys, and admit you were wrong. And Richard Hart, they were very cordial with each other, so because Richard Hart sparring back at somebody going at him still hurts the project, because we want Altcoin Daily followers to look into HEX also, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think it was awesome. And BitBoy Channel is definitely a supporter of HEX. And you got to be a fool. DZ just said it. I mean, yeah, the other guys said last week, they own HEX, guys. So I think it's pretty awesome. But that's it for this video. You guys got any questions, any statements, any concerns, please let me know. Leave a comment. Leave a question. Comments are great. YouTube loves comments, guys. They love likes, too. And most of all, they like subscribers. But until next time, stay blessed, stay happy, and most of all, stay Hexican. All right, guys.